This is Scott Goldie, Project Concert 150, hanging out at Buzzbin on First Friday. I'm here with Damian Perry. He's in Nosewig. They opened up tonight, their first ever show. They came down from Cleveland. This dude's been around for fucking forever, though. So this is a brand new venture for him. Forever.
I'm only like 25. I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, Nosewig. We're from everywhere, but Andy's from down here. You know him from Stone Slinger. He played in Red Giant. Chris plays bass. He was the original drummer of Red Giant. And then Andy kind of replaced him for like a good chunk, and we went on some tours. And
of course, this dude from Red Giant.
And I'm from Red Giant, Clutton's, the Great Iron Stand. You know me.
Yeah.
But
so you've got a new project called Nosewig.
Yeah, Nosewig, and it was kind of like Chris from Red Giant, the original drummer. He's like, I want to play bass in a band. Will you find me something? Because we had recently been doing some Red Giant stuff, and we had a good run. We had our 27-year anniversary. Then we had a couple other shows. We actually played here at the Buzzbin, and then last year we opened up for Fu Manchu again 20 years later at the Grog in Cleveland. So we were active. So I saw a lot of Chris. Andy was there in the band for a minute or two, and then we had all that. And then Chris tells me he wants to play bass in a band, and the singer from Glutton's, Kevin Orr, and I was like, hey, keep your ears open. Like, let's help him out. He wants to do that. And I'm like, cool, And we gave him a couple leads, and it was a couple misfires. And I knew, and he's like, it didn't work out. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll keep my ears open. And then Andy from Stone Slinger from Canton, Andy was in Red Giant, texted me one day, and he's like, hey, do you know any bass players? And I'm like, actually, Chris from Red Giant wants to play bass in a band. I'm like, so maybe you should call him. And I figured, because Andy also plays guitar, I'm like, he probably wants to, because he's in Trunk Ride, he plays drums, Stone Slinger. I'm like, oh, he probably wants to play guitar. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Play guitar? And he's like, no, I'm playing drums. And I was like, fuck it, I'll jam with you guys. That's 3 parts Red Giant yet again, just like the Great Iron Snake. So I was like, that can't go wrong. I'm like, I'll jam with you. And it came together quick and fast and impressively enough where we just played our first gig like 4 or 5 months later.
Yeah.
But
and you guys are mostly instrumental.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we're probably gonna lean more towards instrumentals, but we, tonight, we only played 5 songs and 3 had vocals, but they were minimal.
I took video of Walrus tonight.
Walrus?
Yeah.
That's an instrumental, but yeah. The singing is in small increments, which is good, because I'm like, if I'm doing 3 practices a week in 2 bands that I have to sing constantly, it's like I can't. I'm gonna burn myself out. So it's kind of cool. But the whole thing, it's kind of like that band that you were in when you were young. That was just a good old time, and jokes and whatever, and kind of not paying attention to every last detail, even though we're serious enough to put on a good show. It's been like that, and that's been fun for me, because I'm in enough bands now where it's
and I guess
I don't mind the seriousness and the pinpointedness and all this, but this band's been fun. But it actually came together quickly and impressively, good enough where I was like, and Andy's like, let's play here, and that deadline of this show was key. I'm like, all right, we need a half-hour set. We're an opener. Nobody knows us, let's pretend we're Kiss and we're trying to steal the show.
Everybody knows you, but nobody knows your band.
No, yeah, they know the people, but they don't. They're like, what the hell, Nosewig? What the fuck's that?
Yeah, what is a fucking Nosewig? Tell me. Do tell.
It's actually a hilarious story. Alex from Red Giant, who's moved away, was in town because there was a Red Giant show coming up. I think we're going to open up for Fu Manchu again 20 years later, which I had to like go all through back doors to like I had to tell Scott from Fu Manchu. What's his, Scott, the lead singer.
Yeah.
What the hell is his last name? I can't remember. I had to like contact him and tell him to tell his agent to tell the grog shop that they want Fu Manchu. They want Red Giant to open for Fu Manchu. And it was like funny because once we all squared it up, I got an email from the people that run the grog shop, and they were like, "Hey, did you know that they're requesting for you to play?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I know. I've been working on that for like 4 months." And I'm like, it's like because all they knew from the agent of Fu Manchu was like no local openers, no. But Red Giant, we're from Cleveland, but we're not really local.